Chapter 21 Tang San Flanders had a falling out. Python Revolver. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Early morning, Tang Lan gripped the python revolvers he'd hammered out the night before, one in each hand. Revolvers were simpler than automatic pistols, easier to build, easier to use, all they needed was gunpowder and bullets. Bro, what are those? Xiao Wu asked, curious. I'll finish them up later. They'll be your new toys. Tang Lan said, affectionate. He wasn't a penny pincher like Tang San. Xiao Wu beamed. She didn't know what they were, but she loved anything Tang Lan gave her. Outside, Rose No. 2's door opened, and Tang San emerged with dark circles under his eyes, whether it was Tang Lan's blacksmithing or insomnia over the plate crystal or, who knew. Tang Lan pulled a pouch from the Blue King. Here, 300 gold soul coins. It's all yours. Tang San lit up. Thanks, bro. I'll pay you back ASAP. You guys head to Shrek Academy first. I'll catch up later. That he took off. Tang Lan chuckled to himself. If it weren't for the murderer returns to the scene jinx, he'd follow Tang San just to see the look on his face when he found out his treasure was gone. Bro, why did he borrow so much? Xiao Wu said, annoyed. You've given him so much over the years, and now. Hey, he's still my brother. Tang Lan soothed her. Let's go register at Shrek Academy. Xiao Wu pouted, clearly unhappy. Downstairs, the front desk staff from the day before were gone, replaced by 2 new people. They checked out. Before they got far, they overheard the front desk whispering. So much noise last night. Tell me about it. Like thunder. After a whole night, and she can still walk straight. She must be a soul master. Seriously. They mistook the sound of hammering for that. Xiao Wu's cheeks flushed, and she glared at Tang Lan. It's all your fault. Why were you hammering in the middle of the night? Tang Lan shrugged. He took Xiao Wu to a shop, bought the gunpowder materials, and whipped up a batch on the spot. He took out the forged cartridge cases, loaded them with ammunition and primers, and just like that, a functional python revolver was born in the Douluo continent. Host causes Tang San and Flanders to argue, stealing a small amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, Soul Ring Life plus 50. Oh, yeah. Sounds like things are getting interesting with Tang San. He handed one of the python revolvers to Xiao Wu. Here you go, a new toy. It's like Tang San's hidden sleeve arrows. Turn off the safety, aim, and pull the trigger. Thought it was simple enough, and Xiao Wu caught on fast. She pointed the barrel at the ground and pulled the trigger. Boom! A bullet shot out, drilling a finger-sized hole in the stone slab, going straight through. Normally, ordinary bullets would have trouble going through the stone, but Tang Lan used armor-piercing bullets, and the material was forged steel. The material itself was much harder. Breaking through the slate was inevitable. Unfortunately, 1000 forged steel was too heavy, which impacted the firing rate and range. Mastering the random cloak hammering technique was unpredictable. Whoa! Xiao Wu exclaimed. Bro! You loaded 6 arrows. Can you shoot it 6 times? Yep, those are called bullets. Xiao Wu excitedly kept pulling the trigger. Boom! 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 5 more holes appeared in the ground. Bro! This toy of yours is way better than those sleeve arrows. Tang San's only fires one at a time. You should carry this with you. So corny. Xiao Wu clearly rated the python revolver highly. It also showed that thermal weapons could replace hidden weapons. He liked that Xiao Wu liked it. Tang Lan just took out a bunch of bullets and had her store them in her belt. The bullets Yu Xiaojiang had given Xiao Wu. The python revolver is different from the sleeve arrow. Bullets can be loaded anytime. You don't have to worry about damaging the mechanism. Just remember to turn on the safety. Also. After some more instructions, they arrived at Shrek Academy. It looked pretty shabby from the outside, like it was a scam, but there was a long line at the school gate, because graduating meant becoming a viscount, and it was famous on Wuhuan Hall's list. People came for the prestige. Hilariously, the graduation requirement from Shrek Academy was to reach level 40 and the 4th ring soul sect before age 30. Tang Lan was already level 40. He just needed to get his soul ring, and he'd be ready to join the 4th ring soul sect graduate right after joining. Bro, do you really want to enroll here? Xiao Wu said, disgusted. We should go to Notting Academy for noblesse. This is too dumpy. That was she suggesting they ditch Tang San? Not a chance. The Shrek 7 monsters were Tang San's henchmen when he became the God King. That luck had to be secured. We're here now, so let's check it out. Let's sign up and take a look inside. Tang Lan said, reassuring her. Even though Xiao Wu was still bummed out, she nodded. Tang Lan glanced around. He spotted 2 familiar faces, Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong. Zhu Zhuqing seemed to sense his gaze and turned to look at Tang Lan. Surprise flashed in her cold eyes. He really came. As for Ning Rongrong, Tang Lan silently activated his martial soul granting. Ning Rongrong instantly turned around and locked eyes with Tang Lan. Her eyes were full of curiosity. Without hesitating, she walked right over. What kind of martial spirit do you have? Ning Rongrong asked. Let me see. With such a clear goal, she obviously had a suspicion, but damn, that tone. Ning Rongrong, who hasn't been taught a lesson by society, really had a terrible temper. Before Tang Lan could speak, Xiao Wu stepped forward, hands on her hips. Who do you think you are, ordering my brother around? Ning Rongrong looked impatient. This princess was looking for a martial soul fusion skill. Why was this girl bothering her? Just as she was about to snap, there was a commotion at the front of the line. You guys are scamming people. Give me my tuition back. Shrek's recruitment conditions were ridiculously strict. Applicants had to be no older than 12, and their soul power level had to be above level 21. Some people who didn't quite measure up tried to sneak in. They were exposed, like this guy. They wanted a refund, but Shrek's dean, Flanders, was so broke that he ran a shop just to get by. Was he going to give back the gold soul coins he'd collected? No way. Mubai, someone wants their tuition back. Examiner Li Yusong said. Mubai summoned his 3 soul rings, scaring away the troublemaker, but Li Yusong was also honest. He stood up and explained Shrek's insane admission requirements. So that's it. I didn't know anything about this. I just paid the registration fee. Our Shrek Academy is the Monster Academy. We only accept monsters. Those who aren't qualified should leave on their own. With that, he activated his martial soul, and 6 white, yellow, purple, and black soul rings appeared at his feet. 6th ring Soul Emperor. Was this the standard for a mid-level academy? In an advanced academy, a 6th ring Soul Emperor was a pillar. Many people immediately backed down, and the line moved forward a bit. Mubai also saw Tang Lan and Xiao Wu in the crowd. His eyes narrowed. Chapter 22 Ning Rongrong, do you have feelings for me? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Mubai's eyes narrowed when he spotted Tang Lan. He quickly approached. So you are here. You don't have to wait in line, you can skip the first 3 levels. Follow me. That one statement caused a stir. Why does he get to skip the test? Are they really using a backdoor, right in front of us? How much does a spot cost? I can pay. Mubai frowned. He stomped his foot, and his soul power surged. Several people who had been shouting shut their mouths, scared silent. What's all the noise? Mubai barked. Anyone with a soul power level over 25 is exempt from the initial test. If you're over level 25, step forward and go right in. That stunned everyone. The maximum admission age is 12. How could anyone have soul power at level 25? That would be a true prodigy. Mubai glanced at Tang Lan. Tang Lan understood. Not wanting to waste time in line, he simply activated his spirit. 3 soul rings, yellow, and purple, appeared beneath his feet. Everyone present except Mubai was floored. What were they seeing? A 3-ringed soul elder. A 12-year-old 3-ringed soul elder. Hee, so I get to skip the test, too. Xiao Wu grinned and summoned her spirit, the same yellow, and purple rings. Even Dai Mubai's jaw dropped this time. A monster's friend is a monster too, apparently. Ning Rongrong, who had been about to blow her top, was immediately silenced. She was only level 26. And that was only with the backing of the 7 treasure glazed tile school and every cultivation resource imaginable since she was a kid. These two in front of her, what kind of freaks were they? Li Yusong was the first to recover. He strode over to check Xiao Wu's bone age, qualified. But when he tried with Tang Lan, he hit a wall. Huh. Have you practiced any special techniques on your hands? That he crouched down and checked Tang Lan's feet. Still nothing. What about your feet? Have you trained them as well? Li Yusong stood up, ready to check other bones. Tang Lan waved him off. The Vajra indestructible body makes his entire body flawless and uniform. Li Yusong was at a loss. If he couldn't check the bone age, how could he determine Tang Lan's age? Tang Lan's hand flashed with light, and he pulled out the certificate issued by the Spirit Hall, courtesy of Blue King. This proves my age. Li Yusong took it and scanned it. Spirit, blue silver grass. Innate soul power, level 3. His face crumpled. Was this the kind of background that let you become a 3-ringed soul elder at 12? It sounded bogus. He was completely confused. Tang San pushed through the crowd, hurrying forward. Brother, what's wrong? Nothing, just the assessment, Tang Lan said casually. This kid is my younger brother, and he's level 27. You can check him out. Li Yusong silently checked Tang San's palm, his eyes twitching. Another special technique. Luckily, he was able to find Tang San's bone age in his feet, and he was indeed only 12, still, looking at the tall, handsome Tang Lan, and then at the scrawny, old-looking Tang San. Were they even twins? Teacher Li, Dai Mubai reminded him. The Spirit Hall has backups of all this. You can verify it later. Right now. Li Yusong smacked his forehead. Why was he even bothering with this? He could check it later, but if he lost a monster like this over some doubts, not to mention the close relationship between Xiao Wu, Tang San, and Tang Lan, that was 3 geniuses gone at once. He immediately apologized to Tang Lan. You've passed the test. Mubai will take them to the 4th level. Dai Mubai nodded. Wait a minute. Ning Rongrong called out. My soul power is level 26. Can I jump to the 4th level? Me too, Zhu Zhuqing added. Level 27. When Dai Mubai saw Zhu Zhuqing, his eyes locked on. The allure of spirit fusion skills. Zhu Zhuqing didn't even glance at Dai Mubai, her eyes kept drifting to Tang Lan. Xiao Wu, like Tang San, called Tang Lan brother. So she wasn't his girlfriend, but his sister. Li Yusong tested the girls' bone ages and soul powers one by one. Zhu Zhuqing was fine, but Ning Rongrong. Does your family know you're here? Li Yusong asked cryptically. Does it matter? Ning Rongrong tilted her head and said sweetly. I'm my own person, I can make my own decisions. Aren't you accepting monsters? Am I not qualified? Li Yusong blinked, then broke into a huge smile. Okay. 5 little monsters appearing all at once this year. Shrek Academy is in for a treat. Mubai, take them to Lao Zhao's place. Dai Mubai nodded, turned, and headed toward the academy. Tang Lan took the lead, and the others followed. Ning Rongrong sidled up to Xiao Wu and asked coyly. Hey there, handsome, don't you feel anything for me? That she was obviously referring to spirit fusion skills, but Xiao Wu completely misunderstood. She put her hands on her hips. Hey! My brother wouldn't like you. Ning Rongrong's smile froze. When had the little princess ever been insulted like that? She selectively ignored the jab, still looking for trouble. Alright, Xiao Wu, Tang Lan said, gently holding her head. Your brother's single. It's not every day a beautiful girl takes an interest. Don't ruin my chances. That only made Xiao Wu angrier. He's single. What the heck did he do to her that night, then? Brother's medical examination of his sister. She huffed and turned her head, ignoring Tang Lan wasn't worried, he could win her over later. Zhu Juqing, hearing the exchange from behind, subtly smiled, so her suspicions were correct. As for Ning Rongrong, there's some connection there, Tang Lan hinted. We can talk details after the assessment. Ning Rongrong nodded stiffly. For Tang Lan's sake, she wouldn't argue with that little girl. Behind them, Zhu Juqing frowned slightly. Tang Lan really was popular with the girls. If she waited too long to make a move, she feared, but taking the initiative wasn't in her nature. She was torn. Sausages for sale. Oscar brand sausage, delicious and nutritious. A shout rang out, accompanied by a strong smell of sausage. Looking ahead, they saw Oscar, an unshaven man, pushing a cart. Oscar! Dai Mubai snapped. How many times have I told you not to sell your sausages on campus? Oscar looked miserable. Boss Dai, come on. I'm helping the school economize. Dai Mubai stood his ground. Get a new sausage. Oscar looked embarrassed. He gave Ning Rongrong, Zhu Juqing, and Xiao Wu a longing look, then a resentful glance. Boss Dai, we've been classmates for years. These new girls are going to look down on me. Except for Tang Lan. Everyone was pretty surprised. This scruffy dude was a student, too. Dai Mubai snorted. I'm doing you a favor. Don't make me spell it out. With that, Oscar reluctantly recited the incantation. I have a big sausage. A sausage appeared out of thin air, and with it came revulsion on everyone's faces. That incantation, it was too dirty. Oscar sighed. What else can I do? If you want to change a food-based spirit, it's got to be matched with different incantations. He felt wronged, too. But no one was buying that excuse. Tang San even recoiled a step in disgust. Just when Oscar sighed, thinking he'd blown his chances, Tang Lan stepped forward. Chapter 23, Full Firepower, Beat Up Zhao Wuji. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just as Oscar was bummed out, thinking his sausage stand was a total bust, Tang Lan stepped up. He grabbed a sausage and slapped down 5 copper soul coins. While everyone looked on, stunned, he took a bite. Whoa! Juicy too. Not bad, Tang Lan said, praising it. Plus, it replenishes soul power and stamina. Solid. He raised an eyebrow, looking at everyone's faces. Besides us 5 newbies, there are only 3 senior students here. Sooner or later, whether it's a soul master competition or teaming up in the soul fighting arena, you can't avoid Oscar, the support soul master. You're gonna have to eat his stuff eventually. What's the big deal? Those words hit Oscar hard. Bro. You're my bro. Finally, someone gets me. Wah! Host received Oscar recognition and snatched a trace of Tang San's luck. Reward, Soul Ring Life plus 50. Oh. He just thought a little tough love was in order and stepped in to show off. This was an unexpected win. Dai Mubai looked impressed. Tang Lan, you're thinking long term. It took me over a year at school before I could stomach those things. This confirmed Tang Lan's hunch. Xiao Wu, who listened to Tang Lan the most, gritted her teeth and stepped forward, even though she was disgusted. Fine, give me one. What surprised him was that Zhu Juqing was next. She silently put down the copper soul coin, grabbed a sausage, and swallowed it whole. Tang Lan's eyebrows shot up. Damn, Zhu Juqing's got potential. Definitely gotta develop that later. Tang San mentally prepared himself and also ate a sausage. Only Ning Rongrong was left, looking revolted. She didn't even try. Her independence was striking. Oscar used to have a thing for her, a major crush, but now. He might have some tendencies to grovel, but she was already giving him the cold shoulder before he even made a move. He wasn't that desperate. He immediately dropped any thoughts he had about pursuing her. Later, Oscar, they hit a snag at the 2nd level, but when Xiao Wu showed off her 3 soul rings, everything went smoothly. They passed the 3rd level and went straight to the 4th. Zhao Wuji saw the large group and happily came over, sniffing the air. Nice. 1 at level 26, 2 at level 27, and 1 at level 31. Huh, Zhao Wuji paused in front of Tang Lan. You. His nose was having trouble figuring him out. Teacher Zhao, Dai Mubai said, looking helpless, I'm not qualified to be the examiner for this level, so it's up to you. So he was the examiner for the 4th level, but this group was stacked. He couldn't take Tang Lan in a straight fight anymore. Zhao Wuji nodded. Yeah, you coming here is gonna be tough. I'll give you a minute to fill them in on me. If you guys can collectively survive 1 incense stick's worth of time against me, you pass. Working together is your only shot. He tossed down the lit incense stick and stood in his signature pose, arms crossed. Dai Mubai stepped forward and gave a quick rundown. He also went over Zhao Wuji's greatest hits. Fudo Ming Wang Zhao Wuji, a level 76 assault-type battle soul master, with the powerful and vulnerable Vajra bear spirit. Back in his Soul Emperor days, he fought his way through a siege of 16 Soul Emperors from the Spirit Hall. Basically, Zhao Wuji is a beast. You guys gotta strategize carefully, work as a team, and try to last as long as you can against Teacher Zhao. Dai Mubai took a half step back to give them space. Everyone instinctively looked at Tang Lan. Dai Mubai, did you give up being the examiner because of him? Ning Rongrong asked. Do you two know each other? Dai Mubai turned his head, looking awkward. Crap. My embarrassing past is about to come out. Oh, yeah, we've tangled before, Tang Lan said with a laugh. It's no big deal. Let's get introductions out of the way first. Dai Mubai sighed with relief. He shot Tang Lan a grateful look. Much appreciated, bro. You saved my skin. I'll go first. Tang Lan summoned the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor. Tang Lan, 12 years old, mutated Life Soul Blue Silver Grass Spirit, level 40 Control Type Battle Soul Master. Zhu Qing, who already knew this, couldn't help but have her pupils shrink. He's a mutated spirit, too, and he's a twin spirit master, so what's the other one? Ning Rongrong just typed out A. In her mind, what the hell, level 40. No way. She blurted out. Even if blue silver grass mutates, you can't possibly reach level 40. Especially not level 40 at 12 years old. Tang Lan didn't waste time and released his 3 soul rings, yellow, purple. His powerful internal force, far exceeding anyone else at his level, surged outwards. As the highest level control type soul master here, I'm calling the shots for this fight. Any objections? Tang San and Xiao Wu nodded naturally. Zhu Qing also nodded without hesitation. She knew how strong Tang Lan was. Could Ning Rongrong even object? Either way, she wasn't about to get stuck with an assistant role. She nodded along. Great. Now, introduce yourselves. Xiao Wu was the first to pipe up. Xiao Wu, Beast Spirit Soft Bone Rabbit, level 31 Attack Type Combat Soul Master. Tang San, Blue Silver Grass Spirit, level 27 Control Type Battle Soul Master. Zhu Qing, Beast Spirit Ghost Civet Cat, level 27 Agility Attack Type Battle Soul Master. After they finished, they all looked at Ning Rongrong. Ning Rongrong snapped out of it and took a long look at Tang Lan. Ning Rongrong, 7 Treasures Glazed Tower Spirit, level 26 Support Soul Master, can boost strength and speed by 30% each. This got Xiao Wu and the others to raise their eyebrows. No wonder she's got such a bad attitude. She's the little princess of the 7 Treasures Glazed Sect. I'm out here on the run, too. Let's just get through this, Ning Rongrong said. Tang Lan nodded. He took out the Python revolver from the Blue King and handed it to Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu, show Rongrong how to use this. A rare chance to show off his wares. Can't let it go to waste. Xiao Wu knew what was up. She scoffed, grabbed the Python revolver, and handed it to Ning Rongrong, along with her own. Zhu Qing stepped forward. Can you use that move of yours? That when Tang Lan introduced himself, he didn't even mention twin spirits. She brought it up indirectly. Tang Lan thought for a moment. Zhao Wuji was knowledgeable, and even if the Lei Yan Haotian hammer changed shape, Haotian's secret skills might still be exposed. But, Tang Hao was close by, and he'd probably have a heart-to-heart with Zhao Wuji tonight, no need to worry about secrets getting out. The others would also be fighting alongside him in the future. So there was no point in hiding it now, he might as well be honest. Most importantly, he wanted to pass the test in one go and not give Tang San the chance to show off his hidden weapons. So he shook his head and refused. This time, he was going all out. During the fight, I won't be able to give you all that much guidance. Simple buffs are better, it's better to concentrate on fighting. Zhu Zhuqi nodded and returned to her spot. When Ning Rongrong turned back to him with a questioning look, Tang Lan started laying out the plan. The 5 people formed a formation, Tang Lan and Tang San led, Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqi swept the formation from left to right, protecting Ning Rongrong behind them. Zhao Wuji opened his eyes. Oh. Not even time yet, and you're already starting. Teacher Zhao, please guide us, Tang Lan said with a smile. If I offend you during the fight, please forgive me. Haha, Zhao Wuji threw his head back and laughed. Even if you're a little level 40 kid, what can you do to me? Come at me. Super confident. Hopefully, you'll still be smiling so happily later. Tang Lan raised his hand. Let's go. Chapter 24. The Python Revolver breaks the defense. Tang Lan's performance show. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Do it. Tang Lan barked the order. Ning Rongrong stepped up, summoning her spirit, the 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda. Zhao Wuji was floored. Someone from the 7-treasure glazed tile school this year. Seriously? Flanders is gonna be grinning from ear to ear. Before the words were even out, he was already charging towards Ning Rongrong. Gotta take out the support first, especially one from the 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda. Tang Lan and Tang San dodged out of the way, holding back, but they both summoned their spirits. Second soul skill, entanglement. First soul skill, blue silver emperor thorns. Blue and green vines wrapped around Zhao Wuji from both sides, but he didn't bother dodging, just unleashed his spirit power. Bang! Tang San's blue silver grass shattered instantly, but Tang Lan's life spirit, the blue silver emperor, just tightened its grip. It was still wrapped tightly around Zhao Wuji's waist, holding him with everything it had. Zhao Wuji was genuinely surprised. This blue silver grass felt way stronger than level 40. And it was draining him with a crazy suction, spirit power, mental energy, the works. A mutated spirit, maybe. Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqi flashed to Zhao Wuji's sides at the same time. They grabbed most of his attention, and he completely ignored the fact that the support spirit master was Ning Rongrong. The 7-treasure glazed tile pagoda is known for its buffs, not damage. That misunderstanding was about to cost Zhao Wuji. Ning Rongrong pulled 2 python revolvers from her storage spirit tool. She aimed at Zhao Wuji's chest and opened fire. Bang! 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 Armor-piercing round slammed into Zhao Wuji's chest, drawing blood. He was hit. Zhao Wuji's eyes went wide. You're not from the 7-treasure glazed tile school, are you? What the heck is this? Ning Rongrong was a little stunned herself. She was just following the plan. She never expected these iron knots to pack such a punch. Tang San was giving her a side-eye, too. What was that? Ning Rongrong. What are you doing? Tang Lan snapped. Ning Rongrong snapped back to reality and used her spirit skills without thinking. 7 treasures out, reveal glaze, boost power, 0.3 rays of light shot out, landing on Tang Lan, Tang San, and Xiao Wu. 7 treasures out, reveal glaze, increase speed. This time, 2 rays hit Zhu Zhuqi and Xiao Wu. Second soul skill, 100 claws of the netherworld. Zhu Zhuqi spun like a top, her cat claws raking across Zhao Wuji's face in a flurry, obstructing his vision. Pull. A life spirit blue silver emperor shot up from the ground, aiming right for Zhao Wuji's backside. Zhao Wuji freaked. This life spirit blue silver emperor was way stronger than it should be. Too late to summon a spirit defense. He got poked, even clamped tight. It'd rip a hole in his pants. He had to jump back to create some space. kicking the life spirit blue silver emperor away. "I've been played." Xiao Wu's long legs coiled up, and she rabbit-kicked, sending Zhao Wuji even higher into the air. Using the momentum, Xiao Wu bounced off the ground and flew into the air after him. She came up behind Zhao Wuji. First soul skill, waist bow. Then, Zhao Wuji was like a ragdoll being tossed around by Xiao Wu. Bang! 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 Finally, she spun him 1080 degrees and slammed him into the ground. 9 extremes, 8th level wrestling. The impact cratered the ground, and Zhao Wuji disappeared in a cloud of dust. Zhu Zhuqing and Ning Rongrong stared at Xiao Wu in admiration, who knew her legs were so deadly under all that cuteness. Dai Mubai was still shook up, if he'd been tossed like that yesterday. Ha ha ha, nice. Zhao Wuji burst out of the pit, muscles bulging, bear claw shadows flickering on his fists. If I hadn't activated my spirit possession in time, that would have actually stung a little. He grabbed the life spirit blue silver emperor around his waist with his bare paw and yanked. Tear it. It ripped, but didn't break completely. Dai Mubai's mouth twitched, Zhao Wuji in spirit possession, and it still wasn't completely torn. That's insane. Oh. Interesting. Zhao Wuji was getting excited. My turn. Spirit power surged through him, and he pulled harder. The life spirit blue silver emperor finally gave way and tore off, but... Second soul skill, blue silver emperor explosion. Boom boom boom. The severed life spirit blue silver emperor detonated one after another. Ding ding ding. A shower of barbs went flying everywhere. Too bad, Zhao Wuji's spirit possession defense was too strong to be pierced, but... Fry, the barbs expanded. Using the energy they just drained from Zhao Wuji, they sprouted countless life spirit blue silver emperors, burying him inside. At the same time, Tang San plunged his blue silver grass straight through the pile of life spirit blue silver emperors, sticking the end out the other side. Everyone held their breath. Did it work? No way. Regular blue silver grass. Could it really break through Zhao Wuji's spirit possession? Ha ha ha, busted. The pile of life spirit blue silver emperors exploded, leaving only the blue silver grass. Zhao Wuji grabbed it near the base of the neck and spun Tang San toward him. His bare paw came down hard. Tang San narrowed his eyes, preparing to fire the hidden weapon crossbow. Tang Lan had told him, he can show it. Little San, let it go. Tang Lan activated the barbs on Tang San's body at the same time. The life spirit blue silver emperor sprouted suddenly, turning into tentacles and plunging into the ground, stopping its momentum. Tang San cut the blue silver grass and activated ghost shadow steps the moment he landed, dodging Zhao Wuji's swipe. Zhao Wuji still wanted to chase him, but Zhu Zhuqing and Xiao Wu attacked him from both sides, forcing him to give up. He glanced at the incense and saw that it was already halfway gone. Not bad, you guys are pretty good. Zhao Wuji was full of praise. But it's time to end this. Zhao Wuji's third spirit ring lit up. Third soul skill, gravity enhancement. Everyone felt their bodies sink. Gravity in the area increased tenfold. Zhu Zhuqing and Xiao Wu's light and agile movements turned into turtle speed. Zhao Wuji grabbed them one by one, ready to attack. Third soul skill, burial of life. Without warning, with all the barbs on Zhao Wuji's body gone, a huge number of life spirit blue silver emperors erupted from his feet, instantly swallowing him. He knew something was wrong. If they'd been sipping energy through a straw before, now they'd just cut his aorta wide open. He was being drained dry in a sudden storm. Zhao Wuji's hands went limp, and the two girls slipped free, but the life spirit blue silver emperor was still shrinking, trying to strangle Zhao Wuji inside. Zhao Wuji instantly focused his spirit power to crush the life spirit blue silver emperors. Burst. Tang Lan's second spirit ring lit up, and all the life spirit blue silver emperors exploded. This time it wasn't debris, but the complete life spirit blue silver emperor also absorbed a lot of energy from Zhao Wuji. With such power, Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing, who were relatively close, were both thrown away by the shockwave. They waited for the smoke to clear. Zhao Wuji was still unscathed, but the only thing that covered her breasts was a pair of torn shorts. I feel so embarrassed. Okay. Zhao Wuji said through gritted teeth, then how about this move? His fifth, black, spirit ring lit up. Fifth soul skill, gravity squeeze. A black hole formed above Zhao Wuji's head, unleashing intense pressure and squeezing everyone from all sides. But there's still a strong gravitational pull, dragging everyone towards the black hole. Tang San lowered his head again, preparing to use the opportunity to release the crossbow with tight-fitting back pattern. I'm not in the mood. Tang Lan took the initiative to jump towards Zhao Wuji, passing Tang San and blocking between the two of them. Tang San had to stop again. Ha ha ha, little baby. Zhao Wuji reached out triumphantly. Got you now. However, Tang Lan summoned the Lei Yan Haotian hammer in his right hand, lightning flickering over its surface. The body shape is deliberately compressed, only the size of a palm, but secretly, the inner strength is condensed in it. Ling Tian strikes. Zhao Wuji was about to defend, but something changed suddenly. It will be on the shelves tomorrow, with a guaranteed price of 20,000. For subsequent subscriptions, the ideal daily guarantee is 8,000, and we will work hard to maintain a daily base of 10,000. Chapter 25 Beating Up Zhao Wuji, the second evolution of the blue-silver field. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Zhao Wuji braced himself, ready to defend, but Tang Lan raised his left hand, the life-soul blue-silver emperor shimmering, and with a flick of his wrist, he commanded, ignite. The life-soul blue-silver emperor seeds, planted inside Zhao Wuji during Ning Rongrong's earlier attack, exploded to life in his veins. Zhao Wuji's face contorted in shock. An inside job. This could be lethal. He immediately focused his soul power to protect his vital organs and meridians. Simultaneously, he swatted at Lei Yan's Haotian hammer with one hand and aimed the other at Tang Lan's stomach. Just a little hammer like that? One hand's enough, but Lei Yan's Haotian hammer, already weighing a ton, was now supercharged by Ling Tian's power. Zhao Wuji's paw didn't even slow it down, it slammed directly into his face. Scorching flames erupted. Violent thunder and lightning crackled. It was like a barbecue and electroshock therapy all rolled into one painful experience for Zhao Wuji. Bang! Zhao Wuji's paw connected with Tang Lan's belly. The immortal seal instantly converted the minimal soul power to his own use. The golden light of the indestructible Vajra shone, diminishing the force of the blow. He was knocked back a foot, landing gracefully. Rumble. Zhao Wuji flew backward, crashing through a wooden house. Silence. The scene was deathly quiet. Everyone stared at Tang Lan, life-soul blue-silver emperor in his left hand, Lei Yan's Haotian hammer in his right, two martial spirits. Twin martial souls. Okay, but still, how could twin martial souls send Zhao Wuji flying like that? He's a 7-ring soul saint. That's a 36-level difference. 3 huge leaps. Even with underestimation, you shouldn't get your butt kicked this badly, right? Boom! The rubble exploded outward. Zhao Wuji, nose bruised, face swollen, emerged with fury burning in his eyes. The mighty Vajra bear materialized behind him, almost solid. This is the 7th soul skill, martial spirit true body. Okay. Things just got real. You're gonna bully the kid now? Everyone instinctively recoiled. How were they supposed to fight that? Only Tang Lan smiled, the overwhelming pressure feeling like a light breeze on his face. He pointed to the incense stick smoldering beside him. Teacher Zhao, the incense has burned out. If you attack again, it'll be a flat-out revenge. Zhao Wuji, Zhao Wuji, he turned his head stiffly, staring at the burnt-out incense. He was speechless. Had they really passed? Not just stalling for time, but actually landing multiple hits, head-on. Chest throbbing. Clothes ripped. Face puffed up like a balloon. And, the incense was gone. He couldn't retaliate. Arg. So infuriating. But Zhao Wuji was a man of his word. He gritted his teeth, turned, and stomped off. Even after he was gone, no one moved. Tang Lan's performance was just too damn fierce. It was taking them a while to process. Even Xiao Wu and Tang San, who knew him best, were stunned. Ning Rongrong's brain short-circuited. How the hell did Tang Lan do that? A spark lit in Zhu Zhuqing's eyes, so, that's how that martial spirit should be used, she recognized the Lei Yan Haotian hammer as the fiery red dagger from that day. So powerful. But, did this mean she, too, could unleash such devastating attacks in the future? Could an agility-type fighter dish out damage like a power type? The temptation was overwhelming. Her gaze toward Tang Lan became even more determined. Ahem. Tang Lan broke the spell. I said, you passed the test. Shouldn't everyone be celebrating? His words snapped them back to reality. Bro, you're awesome. Xiao Wu exclaimed. You sent a level 76, Soul Saint flying with a hammer. It was only thanks to everyone's teamwork that I had a chance, Tang Lan replied modestly. And Teacher Zhao underestimated me. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened like this. But it was pretty epic. That was also your command, Zhu Zhuqing stated flatly. Xiao Wu nodded enthusiastically, grabbing Zhu Zhuqing's hand affectionately, if you praise my brother, you're my best friend, Tang Lan, you're a complete shock, Dai Mubai said with a wry smile. It's not enough that you're a combat monster, but you're also a master strategist. Watch my back, will ya? Everyone nodded in agreement, only Tang San, also a control type, looked a little uncomfortable. Hadn't he been reborn as the protagonist? But, Tang Lan clearly outshone him in every way, the host shone in the Shrek entrance exam and gained command of the Shrek 7 monsters. Sees a moderate amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, second evolution of Blue-Silver Domain, Spiritual Domain. The next moment, Tang Lan's Blue-Silver Domain unfolded spontaneously, blue-silver grass sprouting everywhere, carpeting the square. Tang Lan could clearly sense a special energy within the Blue-Silver Domain, spiritual power. Just like a person's face, mental power also had its own distinct signature. And, the blue-silver grasses in the blue-silver domain were contributing their meager spiritual power for Tang Lan's temporary use, for defense, attack, communication, and more. Tang Lan directly used his mental power to connect with everyone present. Hello. Can you hear me? Zhu Zhuqing and the others stared at Tang Lan. Brother, were you just talking to me? Xiao Wu asked, bewildered. But it feels kind of like the fusion. What is this? Psychic power. Tang San said confidently. Brother, are you using your mental power to talk to us? Tang Lan nodded. The battle just now allowed my blue-silver domain to evolve a second time, giving me easy control over my mental power. In the future, when we discuss tactics, we can do it directly on a mental level, convenient and quick, with no fear of eavesdropping. Everyone's eyes widened. What a fantastic feature. Wait. Domain? Ning Rongrong blurted out. You've comprehended a domain? Is the domain special? Tang San asked. Special? Of course. Ning Rongrong exclaimed. Domains are divided into innate and acquired. Tang Lan, your blue-silver domain came with the blue-silver grass martial spirit, right? Tang Lan nodded. I didn't expect blue-silver grass to have such potential. Ning Rongrong sighed. It must be related to the mutation of your martial soul. You're incredibly lucky. An innate domain might not always be the strongest in combat, but it's guaranteed to be the one that suits you best. In the last 10,000 years, of the 634 titled Douluo recorded in history, only 54 possessed domains. Of those, only 14 had innate domains. And only 6 people comprehended a domain before becoming a titled Douluo. Now do you understand how ridiculously awesome Tang Lan's blue-silver domain is? Ning Rongrong's impromptu lecture made everyone realize how monstrous Tang Lan truly was. They looked at Tang Lan with a newfound respect. Xiao Wu proudly held Tang Lan's hand, beaming with pride. Only Tang San looked bewildered. He also possessed the blue-silver grass martial spirit. Why hadn't he comprehended the blue-silver domain? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it all! Unbeknownst to him, his resentment was being transmitted to Tang Lan in vivid detail through their mental connection. Tang Lan mused. Thanks to the subscribers. More to come. Chapter 26 Ning Rongrong's Night Attack. Do you know about roulette? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Was Tang San blaming himself? Tang Lan figured, he's probably trying to be too nice and feeling guilty about everything. He immediately sent a message. Little San, the blue-silver domain comes from understanding blue-silver grass. You've got the strongest mental game of us all. Give it a shot. See if you can tap into it. You might get something out of it. Tang San was floored. Then it hit him, he'd accidentally blurted out his thoughts, he looked like he'd been caught red-handed. Got it, brother. Then he clammed up and cut the mental link. He had too many secrets and didn't want Tang Lan poking around. Tang Lan chuckled, he shut down the blue-silver domain and headed over to Ning Rongrong, holding out his hands. She rolled her eyes, then stashed the python revolver in her soul storage, pulled out 2 hefty gold bricks, and dumped them into Tang Lan's hands. I'm buying those soul tools. As a support soul master without any real attack power, she really didn't want to give up the python revolver. It was a bummer. Tang Lan raised an eyebrow, forced to make a deal. Without another word, he pocketed the gold bricks and turned to leave. Ning Rongrong was still rocking that spoiled brat attitude, too much to deal with right now. He'd chat with her later after Flanders had knocked some sense into her. Besides, the python revolver was bone dry on ammo. It was a paperweight to her. Tang San strolled over instead. Hey, bro, where'd you get that soul tool? Classic. He's all hush-hush about his own secrets, but right on the prowl about everyone else's. Just a little toy I whipped up based on Xiao Yan, Tang Lan said casually. If you're interested, I'll give you the blueprints later. The python revolver's structure was simple enough. Tang San, being a master of hidden weapons, could figure it out with a glance, might as well just hand it over. Thanks, bro. Tang San grinned. He dug a money bag out of his robes and passed it to Tang Lan. Here's 300 gold soul coins. Tang Lan snagged it, playing clueless. Weren't you gonna buy some more? What gives? Tang San's face fell. The shop owner said the ore got nicked last night. What kind of coincidence is that? My bet is he asked for a new appraisal, and someone else entered up higher. Oh, brother. Tang San couldn't exactly spill this to Flanders, right? Flanders had already been forced to sell, and now this bogus accusation. No way the high and mighty 7-ring soul sage was going to put up with that. No wonder things were at a standstill. Dai Mubai piped up. Everyone, follow me. The dorm's out back. Let's crash there for a bit. The entrance exam's still running, so school doesn't kick off until tomorrow. No one argued. With Tang Lan around, everyone had basically walked away unscathed this time around, just dog-tired, and could get around on their own. Once they got to the dorm, Dai Mubai spoke up again. Dorms are separate for guys and girls. 2 per room. Xiao Wu, Zhu Qing, Rongrong, that's you 3. Without a second thought, Xiao Wu grabbed Zhu Qing. She wasn't keen on bunking with Ning Rongrong, and it was perfect. Zhu Qing wanted to get to know Tang Lan, so she was in. Catch you later, brother. Xiao Wu waved at Tang Lan and headed for the dorm. Humph. Ning Rongrong tossed her head and stormed off on her own. Dai Mubai couldn't help but shake his head. This Ning Rongrong's got such a princess attitude. I don't know if Dean Flanders can keep her in check. Tang Lan and Tang San stayed mum. You two wanna bunk together? Dai Mubai asked. There are just 2 rooms for the guys. Xiao Ao and Fatty are already in those. I live off campus. Tang Lan and Tang San exchanged glances. Brother, what if you whipped up a couple more rooms? Tang San asked tentatively. There's space next to this. Tang Lan nodded. Coming to the middle of the boys' and girls' dorms, he clapped his hands together. Blue-silver domain, 3 rooms and a living room. The blue-silver grass exploded, weaving into 2 thatched cottages under Tang Lan's control. Dai Mubai was speechless. You could do that with the domain. Mubai, I'm gonna hit the hay. Tang Lan waved. He picked the dorm on the left, next to Xiao Wu and Zhu Zhuqing's room. Tang San wasn't as tight with Dai Mubai, so he just nodded and went into the other room. Dai Mubai rubbed his face. After checking out Zhu Zhuqing's dorm, he turned and started toward the school gate. Teacher Zhao had gone to chill out, and hopefully wouldn't run into any more weirdos like Tang Lan. Once the assessment was over, he'd pack up and head back to campus too. The reason? Zhu Zhuqing, of course, but he couldn't shake the feeling that Zhu Zhuqing was more interested in Tang Lan. No new members joined that day, but that night, there was some commotion outside. Tang Lan kept the blue-silver domain running 24/7, and from the grass's POV, watched Tang Hao beat Zhao Wuji to a pulp. Hilarious. And then it turned out Flanders had gotten played by Tang San, and got a beating when he was supposed to be kicking back. That was low. Then Tang Hao pulled the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth bit, which made Tang Lan feel all warm and fuzzy. Having someone to back you up felt amazing. He didn't go looking for Tang Hao, just crashed. Tang Hao had already taught him everything he could for now. What was the point of going over there? For a trip down memory lane. He wasn't the sentimental type, except Tang Hao apparently didn't feel the same way. The door creaked open, and Tang Hao ghosted into the room. Tang Lan didn't move. He seemed dead asleep. Tang Hao stared for a bit, then floated back out. He closed the door smoothly, but barely a minute later. Creak. The door eased open, and a figure slipped in. They scanned the room and zeroed in on Tang Lan. They stuck a lit incense stick on the bedside, then they casually started yanking off Tang Lan's clothes. Blue King. Tang Lan's eyes popped open. Ning Rongrong, Sigma, QQ winky face. She jumped back in alarm, then looked at the incense again. You're not knocked out by the ecstasy incense? Ning Rongrong stammered. That stuff could flatten a soul Douluo. They'd be sawing logs. You're immune to poison, Tang Lan replied evenly. You broke in the middle of the night, not for love, but for money. Ning Rongrong's face flamed. Pfft. She spat. That soul tool you pawned off on me is busted. You got a way to charge it? Tang Lan was stunned. Seriously? First off, you forced me to sell you that soul tool. I had no plans to sell it in the first place. Next, if you wanted bullets, you could have asked during the day. Why break in the dead of night to swipe them? And lastly. Tang Lan crooked his finger. Snap. The door slammed shut, and blue-silver grass sprang up everywhere, sealed it up tight. Ning Rongrong went pale. She looked back at Tang Lan, who was wearing a picture-perfect smile, like he was watching a train wreck. He raised his hand. 2 strands of blue-silver grass wrapped around the python revolver and yanked it away. Tang Lan pulled out a bullet and loaded it. He twirled the cylinder shut, then gave it a spin, and made it hum. He held the python revolver up to Ning Rongrong with a devilish grin. Little Princess Ning, ever play Russian roulette? Chapter 27 Teach Ning Rongrong a lesson. Is there a reward for this too? You are listening at novelfull.audio. 6 bullets, only one is real. You saw what the python revolver could do earlier today. Take a guess, if you pull the trigger and it's the live round, will you die? Under the cold, dark barrel, Ning Rongrong froze, her mind blanking. A sheen of cold sweat popped out on her skin. She looked at Tang Lan, helpless, as he pulled the trigger. Click. Ning Rongrong's body jolted. After checking herself for holes, she collapsed to the ground, gasping like she was drowning. She stared at Tang Lan, horrified. He really was going to kill her. In that instant, heir to the Sansheng sect, Douluo grandpa, all meaningless. If he just kills her, what good is revenge going to do Tang Lan later? Life and death brought a terrifying clarity, a sudden epiphany. Ning Rongrong understood. Too bad, Tang Lan wasn't letting her off that easily. He raised the gun again and pulled the trigger, again and again. Click. 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 Point 4 empty chambers. Ning Rongrong flinched 4 times. Wow. Tang Lan said, hamming it up. 5 dry fires. You are one lucky lady. He pointed the gun at Ning Rongrong and grinned. Which means this 6th one has got to be a live round. Any last words? Ning Rongrong's pupils shrunk to pinpricks, tears of fear streaming down her face. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'll never mess with you again. I'll buy my way out. That she dumped a pile of large gold bricks from her storage soul tool. Tang Lan wasn't about to be polite. He swept it all into King Lan, considered it her tuition. Ning Rongrong sighed in relief, thought she'd dodged a bullet, then she saw Tang Lan raise the gun again, pointing it right at her. She couldn't believe it. Her eyes were wide. Didn't you take the money? You. Bang! Ning Rongrong's neck snapped back, her pupils shrinking to nothing. Clutching her chest in agony, she crumpled to the floor. Her whole life flashed before her eyes, bullying classmates, playing pranks, making teachers the butt of the joke. Seen from a distance, she realized she'd been a spoiled brat the last 12 years. She suddenly woke up. If she got a second chance, she'd change everything. Too bad, no such luck. She slowly closed her eyes. After a few seconds, she snapped her eyes open again and sat up, looking around in confusion. She checked herself out. Her clothes weren't even torn, just a bullet-shaped mark. Oops. Tang Lan said, playing it up again. Guess I loaded a primer round. Not much punch. Even though Ning Rongrong didn't understand the technical details, she knew she'd been had. And she was furious. Her eyes could have burned holes in him, but then she remembered that life flashing before your eyes moment, and fell silent. Were the people she'd pulled pranks on this angry? Furious? What if Tang Lan just comes at me? The host helped Ning Rongrong see the error of her ways, increasing the Qibao glazed sex luck and replacing Tang San as Ning Fengji's guest. Stole a small amount of Tang San's luck. Reward, mastery of short-barrel weapons and submachine guns. Type 54 submachine gun, MP5 submachine gun, P90 submachine gun, Uzi submachine gun. The models, the structure, the accessories, all the specs, were downloaded into Tang Lan's brain. Fortunately, Ning Rongrong was still reflecting on her life, and the two just stared blankly at each other. 10 seconds passed. Ning Rongrong stood up, gave Tang Lan a long, hard look, then turned and left. Tang Lan snapped out of it and moved the blue-silver grass aside to let her go. She really was the Qibao glazed sex little princess. Even when he taught her a lesson, he was given such a generous reward. He slammed the door shut. Tang Lan yawned and started to get ready for bed again, but it hadn't been 5 minutes. Squeak, the door opened again. Tang Lan just smiled. His dorm was supposed to be a hotel. Why was there so much traffic this late? He turned around, looking into Xiao Wu's pink eyes. Tang Lan moved to the side. Xiao Wu smiled and snuggled next to Tang Lan, doing as she was told, holding his hand and feeling the warm inner power of the nine-yang divine skill, squinting her eyes in contentment. I really can't get used to not having my brother around, Xiao Wu said, smiling. As for being angry, she had shrugged it off. You, Tang Lan said fondly. I help you practice every day, and you're not worried my levels will drop. Xiao Wu pouted, her tone a bit tart. Your nine-yang divine art runs on autopilot. Do you even need to practice? So jealous. They were both practicing the same technique, so why was there such a big gap? Her talent wasn't as good as her brother's. Early the next morning, Xiao Wu snuck back, leaving her toiletries in the dorm. A few minutes later, Tang Lan and Xiao Wu met again and went to the cafeteria to eat. The head chef, Xiao Yan, saw them and greeted them with a smile. Up early, aren't you? Didn't you hear that the start of classes has been pushed back to this afternoon? Xiao Wu looked confused. Tang Lan frowned. Looks like Flanders got his butt kicked last night. Weren't you here earlier, Teacher Xiao? Tang Lan asked. Yeah, thanks for all your hard work, Teacher Xiao. Xiao Wu chimed in. This was a level 71 food type 7 ring soul sage, and he held the cooking spoon. You couldn't go wrong with dessert. Xiao Yan laughed, increasingly pleased with the two of them. Strong, talented, polite, and good-looking. What teacher wouldn't love students like that? He heaped up a plate of meat and vegetables. That's plenty. I can't eat that much, it would be a waste. Tang Lan said quickly. Just add some greens. Xiao Wu loves vegetables. Xiao Yan heard that, grabbed a new plate and loaded it with veggies. Little girls are growing, gotta eat their greens. What could Xiao Wu do? After that meal, they were both stuffed like they were 6 months pregnant. They said goodbye to Xiao Yan. With no classes that day, the two wandered around the school, casually chatting about their thoughts on Qigong practice. Tang Lan wasn't one to be stingy, over the last few years, except for the 9-sun magic technique, which wasn't suitable for Xiao Wu, so he only taught her the first 2 levels, the Immortal Seal technique, Dragon Capturing Hand, and Lingbo Weibu were all taught to her. Xiao Wu was a lover who'd sacrifice for her man. He could never be too good to her, unlike Tang San, who had everything, until the very end, that he didn't teach Xiao Wu a single martial arts skill. Instead, he taught the disciples who had no talent. What was that? Couldn't trust his own wife. Or afraid of being surpassed. Talking and chatting, they wandered off the Shrek campus and into a nearby village. Let me go. I don't want to go with you. No, that a cry for help cut through their conversation. They followed the sound, and saw a pudgy young man grabbing a village girl, refusing to let her go. He was spouting all kinds of nonsense. Suehua, if you want to leave, fine. But let's do it one more time before you go, okay? I promise, just this once. Wow. Was that something a normal person says? When Suehua heard that, her expression changed drastically. And she struggled harder. No. I don't want to. I can't take it anymore. Please let me go. Hey. Tang Lan recognized the chubby guy, Ma Hongjun, didn't expect to see him breaking up with the village beauty on their walk. Still breaking up. Was the evil fire too strong for him to handle? Chapter 28 Bad-mouthed Ma Hongjun. 100 rounds in 2 seconds. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Aside, righteous Xiao Wu decided to stand up against the injustice. She snapped, "Hey, fatty, you're acting like a punk in broad daylight." That she shoved Ma Hongjun aside, shielding Suehua behind her. Ma Hongjun was already wound up, but when he saw the pretty Xiao Wu, his eyes popped. He couldn't help but grin. What, wanna take her place and be my girl? Tang Lan narrowed his eyes. This dude was out of line and needed to be taught a lesson. Nobody wants to be your girl. Xiao Wu retorted. You're ugly and full of yourself. Huh? Who you calling a fat guy? Ma Hongjun growled. The damn fat guy I'm yelling at. Xiao Wu blurted out. Oh, right, Ma Hongjun chuckled. That's me he's yelling at. Xiao Wu realized what he was doing. She got even more pissed. Instantly summoning her spirit, 3 spirit rings, yellow, and purple, pulsed beneath her feet. Ma Hongjun froze. This girl was the same age as him. A 3-ring soul master. That was insane. Fatty, prepare to die. 3rd soul skill, teleportation. Xiao Wu appeared right behind Ma Hongjun, ready to attack. Whoosh! A ring of fiery red flames exploded from Ma Hongjun's body. Xiao Wu had to teleport again to dodge the blast. Little girl, let me show you my phoenix. Shriek! A phoenix cry rang out as flames burst into life. Behind Ma Hongjun, fire coalesced into a rooster. Xiao Wu started laughing. That's it? A phoenix? Cock-a-doodle-doo, Ma Hongjun glared. I am a phoenix. The evil fire phoenix that'll leave you unable to walk. Xiao Wu blew a fuse. No girl could stand that insult. She was about to explode. Snap! A life soul blue silver emperor shot from the ground, striking between Ma Hongjun's legs. Yo! Ma Hongjun clutched his junk and leaped 10 feet in the air. Thump! He landed hard, howling in pain. It hurt like hell. Tang Lan calmly dismissed his spirit. He knew Ma Hongjun was suffering from the evil fire caused by his spirit's flaw, but it was a fact that he had a big mouth, and needed to be taken down a peg. Xiao Wu started laughing. Serves you right. Ha ha. My brother is the best. She was enjoying herself. Suehua rushed over, trying to help Ma Hongjun sit up. Ouch, it hurts. Ma Hongjun flopped back down. It was hard to tell if she was worried or looking for revenge, but it was obvious they had a thing going. Xiao Wu realized she might have butted in where she didn't belong. Don't worry, Tang Lan reassured her. He was being a jerk, so he deserved it. Xiao Wu puffed out her chest. Her brother was right. Fatty. Tang Lan. Xiao Wu. Dai Mubai approached, surveying the scene. He had a guess about what happened. Tsuehua, can't stand Fatty anymore, huh? Tsuehua heard this, covered her face, and bolted, so embarrassing. Ma Hongjun ignored Tsuehua and pleaded to Dai Mubai for help. Boss Dai. They're bullying me. Help me kick their butts. Dai Mubai looked awkward. He still remembered Zhao Wuji getting hammered yesterday. Take on Tang Lan and the others? Yeah, right. Fatty, let me introduce you, Dai Mubai said, changing the subject. These two are new students. Tang Lan, a level 40 control-type Soul Master. Xiao Wu, a level 31 attack-type Soul Master. Ma Hongjun went quiet. Xiao Wu was one thing, with his top-tier mutated spirit, level 31 wasn't impossible to handle, but Tang Lan, level 40. And a control type at that. What the hell? Not even Boss Dai could take him, right? Oh, and, Dai Mubai added. Yesterday, Tang Lan, Xiao Wu, and 3 other freshmen took on Teacher Zhao. Teacher Zhao had to use his 5th soul skill. They even managed to hurt Teacher Zhao, and none of the 5 got hurt. Ma Hongjun, Sigma, QQ Winky Face, help me. What kind of crazy freshman was this? No. To him, he was the devil. Ma Hongjun's but suddenly didn't hurt anymore, and he jumped to his feet, all smiles. Misunderstanding. All a misunderstanding. Tsuehua and I were just having a fight, breaking up. I'm the one with the big mouth. Brother Lan and sister Xiaowu, please forgive me, that he was incredibly smooth for a 12-year-old. Tang Lan, Xiao Wu, there's something wrong with Fatty's spirit. It brings out an evil fire, Dai Mubai explained. It messes with his personality, too. Some of it isn't really his fault. Ma Hongjun nodded eagerly, sending Dai Mubai a grateful look. Boss Dai was a real bro. Tang Lan looked at Xiao Wu sniffed, tossed her ponytail, and sauntered off. Watch your mouth, Tang Lan warned. Just yesterday in the city, I wiped out a 4-ring soul sex tool of the trade. Ma Hongjun gasped and crossed his legs. That was brutal. I won't. I'll be careful from now on. Ma Hongjun promised. The enemy was way too strong, and there was no point in standing up to him. Tang Lan ignored him, turning to leave. Just because they were going to join the Shrek 7 Devils didn't mean they had to suck up to them, just like Ning Rongrong, who got attacked last night. He'd have to teach her a lesson, otherwise, who knew who was in charge? With nothing to do that morning, Tang Lan went to buy some ore and kept making iron. He planned to build a submachine gun for fun. He even skipped lunch. That afternoon, there was a knock on the door. It's me, Oscar. Meet at the playground in half an hour. The same place as yesterday's competition. Dean Flanders' class. Brother Lan, don't be late. Tang Lan acknowledged and looked at the 2 submachine guns in his hands with satisfaction. Uzi submachine guns. They were simple to make, compact, and lightweight. The Uzi was shorter than other submachine guns, only 250 mm when the buttstock was folded to the right, about the size of an adult man's open palm. They were also tough and reliable, so dust, sand, and drops weren't a big deal. While range and accuracy were limited, fully automatic mode was only accurate to 50 meters. It shot fast. 28 rounds per second. The 50-round extended magazine could be emptied in less than 2 seconds. It was small enough to hold the gun with one hand and fire 100 rounds from left to right, meet them head on. Everything's covered by firepower, so what did you need with accuracy? Satisfied, he stored the Uzi, opened the door, and headed to the playground. He was thinking about how the people in DouluoDalu were stronger, and the Uzi's kick wasn't a big problem. It could totally replace a pistol, so he'd have to build another submachine gun with a slower rate of fire but more power. Of course, it'd be best if he could master rifle proficiency. Arming a low-level soul master was good enough. Then there were sniper rifles, mortars, and rockets, aimed at mid-range soul masters. As for high-end soul masters, then he'd need to get his hands on missiles, but he couldn't do that by hand. It required a certain level of technology. He couldn't just hammer out electronic chips, components, laser gyroscopes, etc., could he? That was just crazy talk. Chapter 29 Bright Soul Ring. Black. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Bro, over here. Xiao Wu's call snapped Tang Lan out of his thoughts. He walked over and stood next to the empty seat beside her. So, bro, how's the new toy? Xiao Wu asked, practically bouncing with anticipation. Tang Lan pulled out an Uzi and handed it to her. This thing's got way more punch than a python revolver. Just, try not to point it at anything, okay? Got it, bro. Let me try it out. Xiao Wu, unable to contain her excitement, pointed the gun at the ground and squeezed the trigger. Brap. The rapid-fire burst emptied the entire magazine, bullet holes peppered the ground. Everyone just stood there, stunned. Tang Lan's mouth twitched. Guess we're gonna need to build a bullet factory, he mused. Otherwise, my hand hammering's not gonna cut it. He glanced at Ning Rongrong, noticing a spark in her eyes. Guess the assembly line thing depends on her family's sect. Bro. Xiao Wu squealed, that was awesome. Where's the ammo? Gimme. Tang Lan pulled out a box of 9mm rounds, exactly 100 bullets. Don't have too many of these. You gotta pick up the casings later. These armor-piercing bullets made of 100-forged steel, are a pain to make. I'll get, bro. Tang San stepped forward, already on it. With a flick of his hidden weapon hand, he used controlling crane, capturing dragon to pluck the casings from the ground. He gathered them all and offered them to Tang Lan. Instead of taking them, Tang Lan pulled out a stack of blueprints. Here, he said, handing them to Tang San. These are the blueprints for the Anaconda revolver and the Uzi. Figured you could tinker around, maybe adapt them for making bullets or something. Tang San's eyes lit up. He eagerly accepted the blueprints, already mentally gearing up for the task of bullet production. And just like that, Tang San's training gets sidelined again. Awesome, star. Meanwhile, Ning Rongrong was practically drooling over the blueprints. If it weren't for the lesson she had last night, she'd be begging for them already. Now, she was a little scared of Tang Lan. And she had a pretty good idea who he might be. She planned to write her dad about it later, and let him handle things. Hey, how do you load this thing? There's no wheel or nothin', Xiao Wu asked, puzzled. Tang Lan showed her how to remove the magazine and press the bullets in one by one. Once it's full, flip the safety on. Just then, Flanders stormed onto the playground. Xiao Wu quickly stashed the Uzi in her soul storage device. Flanders wasn't bruised, but he sported a spectacular pair of raccoon eyes, making him look ridiculous. Most everyone stifled their laughter, their bodies trembling, as they felt the pressure from their dean. Only Ning Rongrong was completely unashamed with a grin plastered on her face. Flanders glared at her, but he couldn't afford to be angry. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Each of you owes Teacher Lee 100 gold soul coins for tuition. He paused, then his voice changed. A soul master's physical condition is foundational. Everyone, run 40 laps around the school grounds, 20 for the support-type soul masters. No dinner until you're done. A collective groan went up. Shrek Academy was huge. We're gonna die. No problem. Ning Rongrong piped up instantly. Good, Flanders nodded. Dai Mubai, you lead the way. Tang Lan, stay here. Yes, sir. Dai Mubai replied weakly and started running, the others reluctantly following. Everyone ran except for Tang Lan, who had been singled out, and Tang San. Flanders frowned at Tang San. What's the deal with you? Even with the Hautian clan, I will still discipline you. Tang San looked uncomfortable. So, the big liar is Shrek's dean, he thought. Asterisk if it wasn't for Li Yusong and Zhao Wuji's levels, proving there's something good about this school. The teacher still highly recommends it, asterisk. Tang San really wanted to just leave. He reached into his robes, pulled out a letter, and handed it to Flanders. This is a letter from my teacher, Yu Xiaojiang. Flanders' eyes widened, and he looked angry. Yu Xiaojiang, he tore open the letter and scanned it. Ha ha ha. You finally stopped avoiding me, huh? Alright, he threw his head back and laughed. After seeing Tang San, Flanders' attitude mellowed, and affection for the teacher transferred. So, it really was you who stole the ore in the middle of the night. Even though Flanders loves money, once I've received payment, I won't go back on my word. Tang San bowed noncommittally. Then I'll go run. I'll never catch up if I'm late. Flanders stared at Tang San for a few seconds. He nodded and let him go. Turning his attention to Tang Lan, he said, my mistress has a childish temper. Please, try not to mind her. Tang Lan was quick to apologize. To buy that piece of ore, she had to borrow money for the first time in 6 years. Dean Flanders, please understand. Flanders waved his hand, wanting to change the subject. A confusing account cannot be calculated clearly. Xiaojiang told me about your situation in the letter, he said. Based on the Zhao Wuji's account of the fight yesterday. Your blue-silver grass spirit ring isn't just average, is it? Asterisk well, Flanders does have a fast mind. Even though Shrek's physical infrastructure isn't up to par, its teacher resources are still first-rate. Seeing as Tang Hao spilled the beans, Tang Lan saw no point in hiding it. Dropping the blue-silver domain's disguise, he revealed his spirit rings, black. Flanders' pupils shrunk to pinpricks, and his eyes bulged. Thousand-year spirit ring, the first, second, and third soul rings are all 10,000-year soul rings. What a departure. Is this something that humans can do? Is this still the blue-silver grass martial soul? His mind was spinning, and he couldn't find the words to speak. Luckily, Tang Lan thoughtfully produced his soul bone. That 100,000-year-old aura sent Flanders' brain into overdrive. Haotian Mian, you are so willing. After a moment, he finally regained his composure, clutching his chest to calm his racing heart. A 100,000-year-old soul bone can indeed increase one's physique greatly. But it's not like the first soul ring can last 10,000 years. Otherwise, would the Shangsan sect, Wuhuan Palace, and the two great empires be able to gather together 100,000-year soul bone? I haven't seen anyone get a 10,000-year soul ring. But Flanders thought of Tang Hao, the Haotian clan's prodigal son. I feel relieved. It's not impossible, it's just that his level is unknown. This blue-silver grass is still a mutated martial spirit. And it also has certain bonuses, right? But no matter what, he can't control this matter. Put it away. From now on, just use the best soul ring combination, even in school. Flanders sighed. 3,000-year soul rings. No wonder. No wonder your level is so high. No wonder Zhao Wuji also had to use 5 points of strength to break your life soul blue-silver grass. No one above your 20th level will be able to break free with their own strength once entangled in the life soul blue-silver grass. You must use high-level offensive soul skills to get out of trouble. It can invisibly consume a large amount of the opponent's soul power. It's really about taking the first step and taking the lead every step of the way. Zhao Wuji lost unjustly. Tang Lan felt embarrassed by all the praise. If you can speak, just speak more. This wisecrack made Flanders laugh. The older brother is much more pleasing to the eye than the younger brother. Then his face became serious. 5 chapters, 10,000 plus, and 4 more chapters will be updated at 11 p.m. Thank you for your subscription support. Chapter 30 Challenge Flanders. With full force. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Flanders said, dead serious, to graduate from Shrek Academy, you gotta reach level 40 soul power. You're already there. I can lead a team later and help you snag some soul rings. So, what are your plans? Tang Lan was ready. Given my age, it's tough to switch gears now. Plus, I'm worried about my mistress and Xiao Wu, so I'd rather stay at Shrek. As for training, besides the team stuff, I'm hoping you'll let me handle the rest. Flanders smiled, pulled out a stick of incense, and stuck it in a tree. If you want special treatment, you gotta prove you're worth it. Tang Lan played it cool. I only barely beat teacher Zhao yesterday, 'cause he underestimated me. And teamwork. You're stronger than him, right? How am I supposed to win that? Give me a break, huh? Flanders wasn't buying it. The enemy won't give you a break. If you want privileges, impress me. He summoned his cat eagle martial spirit, hands behind his back, all business. Tang Lan raised an eyebrow. Last night, I convinced Tang how to bring Flanders and Zhao Wuji together. Is this some kind of, the son pays for the father's sins thing? Alright, let's play this game. Tang Lan summoned the Lei Yan Haotian hammer in his right hand, lightning crackling around the sledgehammer. The Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor appeared behind him, ready to go. Third soul skill, Burial of Life. The Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor shot up from Flanders' feet, no wind-up needed, engulfing him and strangling him. Layer after layer, it formed a 30-foot grass ball. Waves of soul power crashed inside, but couldn't keep up with the growth. This asterisk was the real terror of Burial of Life, instant lock-on, endless growth. Tang Lan's internal energy was 10 times the normal amount, and he could regenerate fast. The Life Soul Blue Silver Emperor would also suck up the enemy's energy, making it even more efficient. Before long, he'd actually trapped Flanders with his third soul skill. Tang Lan didn't let up. He channeled internal energy into the Lei Yan Haotian hammer, building up massive momentum. Dai Mubai and the others, jogging by, stopped dead in their tracks. What was going on? It looked even more intense than yesterday. Zhao Wuji, watching from the shadows, was shocked. Did this kid hold back yesterday? Finally, Flanders knew he had to act. He activated his soul skills. Fourth soul skill, Eagle Claw Cutting. .3 sharp air blade sliced through the grass ball, aimed right at Tang Lan. Tang Lan didn't even flinch. He snapped his left hand. Detonate, boom, 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 all the Life Soul Blue Silver Emperors self-destructed. The blast tore through the area, scattering nearby sheds. Zhu Zhuqing and the others, caught in the blast, had to use their soul power to shield themselves. In the center of the field, Flanders was covered in golden armor, unharmed. That's Master's sixth soul skill, the Golden Cat Eagle. Ma Hongjun exclaimed. Brother Lan made him use that everyone's jaw dropped. A 7-ring soul saint was pushed to use his sixth soul skill by a 4-ring soul grandmaster. It was like something out of a comic book. Ning Rongrong scoffed. It looks strong, but not sixth soul skill strong, right? What do you know? Xiao Wu snapped. My brother's second soul skill, Blue Silver Emperor Explosion, uses barbed strands. Once they're stuck to you, they drain soul power, mental power, even, life force. Ning Rongrong was baffled. Is this the same fight I'm watching? That's what the second soul skill does, Dean, look out for the hammer. Tang Lan yelled, grabbing everyone's attention. The Lei Yan Haotian hammer, charged and ready, was raised high. Tang Lan jumped into the air and swung it down at Flanders' head. Flanders wasn't an idiot. Level 78 versus level 40, he tried to dodge, but Tang Lan raised his left hand, pulling him back. Get back here. Roar, a golden dragon wrapped around Flanders, yanking him off balance. Dragon captor. Although Flanders shattered it instantly, he'd missed his chance. He had no choice but to activate his fourth soul ring, waving his hands and launching 10 sharp air blades. Head-on collision time, bang, bang, star. Asterisk bang, star, life soul blue silver emperors erupted from the ground. Tang Lan turned and backed off, a feint. He used the Lingbo micro step, dancing on the life soul blue silver emperors, dodging and weaving between the air blades. Then, bam, a hammer blow to Flanders' shoulder. Flanders didn't have time for soul skills, only eagle claws, asterisk bang, star. A muffled thud. Tang Lan was knocked away, arcing around a thick life soul blue silver emperor like a boomerang. He spun back around, ready for another swing. In that split second, more life soul blue silver emperors formed a massive cage, sealing off the sky. With their resilience, if Flanders wanted out, he'd have to break through it and take a direct hit from Tang Lan. Normally, Flanders might have taken the gamble. But this was the clear sky hammer, the best martial spirit in the world, mutated, and Tang Lan was using the random cloak hammer technique, mastering Ling Tian's attack, switching to maximum power at any moment. Even a 7-ring soul saint wouldn't dare take that blow. He could only wave his claws and try to knock Tang Lan away again. But Tang Lan used Lingbo microstep to circle a life soul blue silver emperor, and the third hammer came screaming after. Flanders couldn't escape. Forced to stay put, he had to endure Tang Lan's relentless hammering. As he took the blows, Flanders realized something was wrong. With the random cloak hammer technique, each hammer was stronger than the last. And how could those life soul blue silver emperors, so far away, be sucking his soul power? Even if it was only half the power of being directly entangled, it was still draining his mental power and life force. It was too much. The sky was black with them. If he let them pile up, it would be a real problem. And logically, Tang Lan, a level 40 soul grandmaster, shouldn't be able to handle the backlash from fighting a level 78 soul saint, right? Yet, after 20+ hits, nothing had happened. Something was up. Third soul skill, find and kill weak points. Using the cat eagle special vision, Flanders saw that every time he attacked, a golden light on Tang Lan's body would deflect most of the force. He didn't know about the indestructible body, but he knew he was in trouble, and any remaining force, well, considering Tang Lan's body could handle a 10,000-year soul ring, there was nothing to fear. Since physical attacks weren't working, it was time for magical damage. He saw